Virginia Theological Seminary has stood upon this holy hill in Alexandria, Virginia for nearly 200 years, preparing students as servants of Jesus Christ. As we approach our bicentennial celebration, we're looking to our community for support in continuing our work to strengthen the Episcopal Church, the Anglican Communion, and the wider church.
Well, Virginia Seminary began in 1823 in a time of great upheaval in the country. So there was a time of unrest, a time of finding our way. And in many ways, I think it characterizes our history.
And for nearly 200 years, it has been actively engaged in the formation of men and women for not only for the ordained ministry, but for leadership in the Episcopal Church. So this is a wonderful opportunity not only to celebrate where the seminary has been and what it has done over 200 years, but to think about the most pressing needs for the church in the world.
VTS is looking ahead, always saying, how can we be better? How can we try to meet the Spirit where it is now? How can we try to be where God is calling us to be today? And so we need VTS right now because the future is going to be vastly different. So we need an institution that's able to go with that future, change with that future, and always be looking with Christ at our center as to where we can be for the world today.
Program is important because we need to make sure students have the right skill set and the right tools. If we continue to do what we've done in the past, then we run the risk of forming priests that are irrelevant or ill-equipped to work in our world. We want relevant, engaged, integrated practitioners of the faith.
Program matters because our tradition in many ways is in trouble. We need to actually engage with the forces of secularization. We need to find ways of thinking about the faith in new and fresh ways so it's compelling and attractive to somebody who's sort of skeptical and confused and less sure about whether or not it's plausible. We're imagining a tri-tank which will do innovative experiments around changed church. We're imagining lifelong learning which will engage with the vast mission field of social media where humans are spending half their waking hours. We're imagining services through the Center for Anglican Communion Studies that keeps the Episcopal Church connected to the communion and ensures that we continue to serve the communion.
Virginia Seminary's role in the church is to lead, and to lead with great vigor. We have many resources, we have a great history, and we must step up to the plate because our church needs us, and I think the communion needs us, and we need the church and the communion to be the best seminary we possibly can be.
My learning wouldn't be possible without these world-class professors who teach us but also advise us and who form us in weekly formation groups where we get to really have real in-depth conversations about how Bible and the real world intersect.
Formation at Virginia Theological Seminary involves what happens in the classroom, what happens in worship, and what happens in the life of our community. Our program is an integrated one, so our students wouldn't come here simply to get an academic experience or simply to get practical experience. Our hope is that over the course of their time here, that they are able to pull together all the parts of their lives and see themselves as fully integrated people entering into the service of the church.
My father went to seminary here in the 90s, and it was a great residential program then, and all of the married families lived off campus. When I came in 2016, with my family, we live on campus in the apartments. They're beloved members of the community, just like I am. I live with my classmates and my professors. We don't just take classes together, we pray together.
Lord be with you.
We eat in the refectory together. We serve on committees. We create worship together. It's like a little microcosm of God's kingdom.
Place is important because we're one of the few institutions in North America that can continue to offer an experience of residential formation. That's key because in the end you need your clergy person to be a person who's had the edges rubbed off through the processes of formation, through table fellowship in the refectory, through classrooms that give cutting-edge academics, through an imaginative set of programs that connects that person and that soul and that life with the rest of the communion, with a student body that does the hard work of family and making that person a person who radiates the very grace of Christ to others. So we're going to get this campus right for residential theological education. Place is an important part of this campaign. We've got to make sure we give to the future a place that is worthy of the future.
The aims for this building will be to take the best of the old and merge it with the best of the new. We're never going to get away from an old-fashioned way of teaching, which really is the best of teaching. We also want a building, though, that can promote the best of educational possibilities for the 21st century. So some classes, the basic technology will be a blackboard and a book, an open book. Other classes will want to experiment with bringing in videos, bringing in video conferencing, exploring all that can be possible in a classroom building with the best technology that's possible.
Our refectory is the oldest existing operating equipment on this entire campus. It needs to be updated. Our teaching building is built pre-internet. It needs to be updated. Our library needs to be enhanced. Bicentennial Hall, currently called Key Hall, Bicentennial Hall will be an important venue for the Assyrian reliefs. Place matters, program matters. The results is this will be a place that actually continues to transform human lives so they can lead congregations, and this will be a place that has the program so they go out and make a difference to the future of our church.
As you support the campaign, you really are investing in the future of our church. You're helping us to form leaders.
I think the people who would care about this campaign are people who care about what happens in the life, not just of the Episcopal Church, but of the Church Universal. That this is an institution that is uniquely poised to make a difference, to be an example and a support, not just to the Episcopal Church, not just to the Anglican Communion, but in many ways through our relationships to the Church Universal.
Please make a pledge to the Bicentennial Campaign for program, for place, and make a difference and ensure that we all do our part in helping us to give to the future what the past gave to us.
To support the Bicentennial Campaign and the annual fund, visit this website. We welcome donations of any size. Your support helps build a strong foundation for our next 200 years.